Hi guys, Kai here and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Champions transfer updates. We've got quite a few going in today's video. We are going to start off in the English leagues, but before we do jump in guys, below in the description I am going to add the Discord link. So if you want to join the Ultimate Champions Discord link, go ahead and click that. You'll be able to keep up to date with all the happenings in Ultimate Champions, as well as any transfers which we do not mention here in these video updates. There will be quite a few in the transfers channel on that Discord link, so go ahead, join it, and I'll see you there as well. So let's jump into the first one then of the day, and probably one of the biggest ones since the last episode that we had. Albie Morgan from Charlton, he has left and he has joined a Blackpool. So I think Albie Morgan actually had a very decent end to the season with Charlton. Got a few goals, a few assists in there as well. So from central midfield, I think Albie Morgan will be a good signing for Blackpool. I think they have a few rumours in other players as well, which we will mention shortly. But 23 years old, Albie Morgan. Is he going to be a good one? We'll wait and see. It is one which I need to try and get my hands on as soon as I can, because I think he will be a good card for Blackpool next season. We do have a departure though from Blackpool, and it's from the defence, and it is Jordan Thornley, a 26-year-old defender, another one actually who had a pretty decent end to the season. Quite a few green scores over on Ultimate Champions to finish off the season, so I think this one is going to be a good signing for Oxford United. I'm not sure where Oxford finished last season, but if he carries on with the form, or at least the scores which he gets, I think he's a centre back, so that's pretty good for the Ultimate Champions score matrix as well. So yeah, if you can carry on that for Oxford United, I think that's going to be a good card to have. I think I do have this one myself, so if I can try and grab a mythic, I will do that before the season starts. Sticking with Blackpool one final time, and this one isn't a done deal yet, but there's quite a few rumours for the attacker, Jerry Yates, 26-year-old forward for Blackpool. There's been quite a few links with Leicester in the last few days. I think they've just been rejected one bid. Rangers have also been linked with him for the last few months, and the last couple of days as well there's been mention of Sunderland and Everton. I'm not quite sure on the percentage chance of those two, but I think right now Leicester City looking the most likely. Obviously will be a good player. He had a decent start to last season for Blackpool, but midway through he did drop off a little bit, stopped scoring, didn't finish too bad towards the end of the season. But he definitely started better than he ended the season, that's for sure. I think he got around 14-15 goals in the Championship, a couple of assists in there as well. So Leicester City will be looking to add some goals to try and get them back into the Premier League. Will Jerry Yates be their man? It's highly possible. We'll have to keep an eye out for this one. I will try and update in the next update videos to see if this deal does go through, but for now these are just rumours. Moving on then to Sunderland, they have just purchased Jobe Bellingham. We know that his brother has made the move to Real Madrid. Unfortunately, they are not covered right now by Ultimate Champions, so we have to focus on Jobe Bellingham right now. 17 years old midfielder. I'm going to be totally honest, I don't know how well he has got on at Birmingham City. I don't even think I've watched the guy play yet. I'm sure he did finish the season with a few games to get the interest built up there by Sunderland, so they've gone through and got the job done. He is going to be playing for Sunderland next season, although there wasn't any NFTs minted for Jobe Bellingham in a Birmingham shirt. I think there were some commons out there. I didn't manage to get one myself, but Sunderland are covered as well from Ultimate Champions, so the new 2023 to 2024 cards will include Jobe Bellingham, get his name right. So we'll see how he gets on next season in a Sunderland shirt, no doubt. The fans will be having high expectations that he can come through and hopefully bring the same energy and talent which his brother does. So this will be one to keep an eye out for, that's for sure. 17 years old as well, could be another one for the future. A quick update on Arsenal as well. They have released a few players this week, and that includes Matt Smith. He was previously with Doncaster Rovers. I don't know if he's going to be linked back towards them or not. Now he's a free agent. It's possible, of course. I think he's had loan stints in a few other clubs as well. So we'll have to wait and see on this one. I haven't really heard of any links this week since it's been released, so I can't really update on that. But as we do have minted cards of Matt Smith, I thought I'd bring it up in this video. Formerly of Arsenal, he's got Doncaster Rover cards out there. Will he sign for somebody in the summer? I think he will. He's a fairly decent youngster to have, so we'll have to wait and see if any of the smaller EFL clubs come and pick him up in the next few weeks or so. Let's head over to Latvia then, one of our summer leagues of course, and we had Dennis Rackles in the last episode being released from Supernova. This time it is a return, I believe. He's on loan at kaiqom. This is Roberts Melkis, and I believe he's returning to his parent club FK Liepāja, and so we'll see if he's going to be playing there or not, or whether he'll be loaned out again. I don't really have the details on this one. I just know that he has been returned back to his club. He didn't play too bad at kaiqom's. Obviously they're not one of the better teams in Latvia. It is a bit of a struggle down there. He put in some good performances though. A few greens were in his last averages on Ultimate Champions, so maybe he will get some starts at Liepāja. We'll have to wait and see. They certainly need some return to form themselves, but I feel this one is going to be a bit of a blow for kaiqom's. But we'll see if there's going to be any more throughout the next few weeks, as I believe the Latvia transfer window is open. I could be wrong with that. I need to double check, but I'm going to say it anyway. So yeah, that is the one from Latvia in today's video. So from Latvia we will head straight over to Romania, and now this one, Adrian Petri, he was uncovered, but as you can see we do have his epic card on our screen from Ferrol. But he did leave there, I think last season or something like that, and he headed to Greece. So he did become uncovered in Ultimate Champions. But for any of those holders out there, I can give you some good news. He is back in the Romanian League, and he's going to be playing for Hermannstad next season. So you're going to get some points out of him, well hopefully anyway, if he's going to be playing, but at least he is covered once again. It's always nice to see those uncovered cards return to the game to get some use out of their holders, and hopefully he does put in some good performances from Hermannstad. They're going to need it. I know they've got a couple of other additions in there. I don't know if you saw the last episode, but Christian Negut from Chindia, he's also joined Hermannstad, so they are including some good attacking options in their club for next season. So one to keep your eye out for. You may be able to catch him on the market for cheap right now. I don't own him myself, so I may go and check him out, see how much he's actually worth. So that is the start of the Romanians. In fact, the Romanians transfer market and window is really starting to go full steam ahead right now as well. And with that we go to Catalin Cabuz, formerly of Chindia. Of course, they have just been relegated from the Superliga, so they have gone uncovered. But he's been released and he has made the move to CFR Cluj. Now, this one caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to go to Cluj. But I think there's going to be quite a few goalkeepers moving around in the Romanian League this season. Remember, we've already had Mihai Popper. He's left Voluntari, headed to Italy to join Torino. So Cabuz now at CFR Cluj. Will he get the starting role there? I'm not entirely sure whether he will. He did play the majority of the minutes for Chindia through the season. A lot of the time he scored reds, but when he did get those green, you could see him in those high green scores. So can definitely put in a good performance if you do own this card. Didn't play the last few games of the season. Not sure why. I don't know whether he was injured or suspended. I need to check on that. But this one, as I said, surprised me. We'll have to see if he gets a starting role at Cluj or not. I do own this card as well, so I'll be definitely keeping my eyes on it. But that is one of the updates. There is another one from CFR Cluj as well today, and that is with the arrival of Philip Otel. He's another one who has joined Cluj. 24-year-old, I think is a winger, isn't he? More of a winger than anything else. Was used as mainly as a substitute, especially towards the end of the season for Yates A. Will he play for Cluj? Again, I'm not sure whether it's being brought in as backup or as a starter. I think it'd be more as a backup, but we'll wait and see how he does in a better side. You never know, he could be a good one for the new season as well. Just over 24 as well, so he won't count as an under 23, which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. I think last season he did count as an under 23, but the coming season he will not. Will he score goals for CFR Cluj? We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully he does. I don't think I own this one personally. I probably won't go out and grab him myself, unless obviously he does start scoring good points in the scoring matrix for Cluj. But I'll definitely keep an eye out for him and see if he does improve and get some starts under his belt as well. So that is it for today's episode, guys. I will leave you with one more rumour though, and it's a pretty big one. Mickey van der Ven from Wolfsburg, 22-year-old defender. So of course he will be under 23s for the coming season as well on Ultimate Champions. He's been linked with a move to Liverpool, so he could be coming over to the Premier League. There's definitely been strong links with him making the move this summer. Will he go to Liverpool? I know they'll be wanting to improve their team, especially with some youngsters. His stats on Ultimate Champions are pretty decent. He didn't end the season very well with Wolfsburg. They dropped off a little bit, but earlier in the season he was getting some really high green scores. So he's going to be one who could perform really well in the Premier League, especially under Jurgen Klopp. So another one to keep your eyes out for during the next few weeks. I would like to see this one get done, if I'm totally honest. Some extra players in the Premier League coverage would be good for Ultimate Champions throughout. Will be a big blow for Wolfsburg, but I'm sure a couple of their players will be able to cover Lacroix, of course, being in there. Also, just a quick mention on Wolfsburg. I know that Felix Nemencha, we're not going to get his NFT up on the screen, but he's also been linked with a move to the Premier League with possibility of going to Manchester United or Newcastle United. So we'll keep an eye out on that and maybe do an update on the next episode. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got a little bit of information with these, and fingers crossed you are currently holding a couple of these cards as well and they all perform for you next season. I'll do another transfer update in the coming days. As we mentioned, the Romanian transfer window is really flowing now, so hopefully we get a bunch more good positive transfers, especially for any of the cards which I personally own as well. But hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.